Ben, you look like you've just seen a ghost. Or worse, like you've seen the price of a kale smoothie in Brooklyn. What's going on?
It is worse, Ava. Much worse. I went to that new bistro on 8th Avenue last night. You know, the one with the very small tables and the very fast waiters?
Oh, the Silver Spoon? Yeah, that place is intense. It's classic New York. If you don't know what you want the second they look at you, they move on to the next person like you don't exist.
Exactly. And that is exactly what happened. I felt like I was in a high-speed chase, but instead of cars, it was menus and specials of the day. I think I accidentally ordered 3 side dishes of mashed potatoes and no main course.
Wait, 3 portions of potatoes? Ben, that's not a dinner. That's a starch festival.
I was nervous. The waiter came over and said, "What can I get ya?" And my brain just stopped. I wanted to be polite, but I also wanted to be fast. I ended up saying things that I'm pretty sure aren't even legal in the English language.
Welcome back to Ava and Ben's English Loft, everyone. I'm Ava, your resident New Yorker, and today we are helping Ben, and all of you, survive the jungle of an American restaurant. We're talking about ordering, the hidden questions waiters ask, and how to not end up with a table full of potatoes.
Please, help me. I am still full of carbohydrates and shame. It was almost as bad as that time in London with the sausages in episode 2.
Oh, the legendary sausage incident from episode 2. I thought we agreed never to speak of that again. But seriously, restaurant English is a whole different beast than office English. Let's go back to the beginning of your night. Forget the textbooks. Learn real English with us. Welcome to the Loft. Tell me the story. You walked in, you sat down, then what?
Okay, so I walk in, the host asks, "How many?" And I say, 1. Then she leads me to this tiny table. I'm barely sitting down when the waiter appears. He doesn't even say, "Hello, how are you?" He just says, "Start you off with some water, still or sparkling?"
Classic. They want to get the drinks moving immediately. It's all about the turnover, getting people in and out. What did you say?
I said, "I become a water, please."
Oh, Ben, no.
I know now. As soon as I said it, I saw his face twitch. In German, "Ich bekomme" is perfectly fine. But in English, if you say, "I become a water," you are telling the waiter you are about to literally turn into a liquid.
I am becoming the water. See me flow. Yeah, that's the #1 mistake for German speakers. In English, you want to use "I'll have" or "can I get." You aren't transforming into the beverage. You're just ordering it.
I realized it the second it left my mouth. So I tried to fix it. I said, "Wait, no, I am not a water. I want a water." And he just looked at me like I was a very strange child and wrote it down. Then he asked, "Tap is fine?" And I didn't know what tap was. I thought it was a brand of expensive New York water. I said, No fancy tap, just normal water from the house."
Ben! Tap water is just the regular water from the faucet. It's free. By saying "no tap," you probably made him think you wanted to buy a $10 bottle of imported mineral water.
He did bring a bottle, a glass bottle, with a cork. It cost $9.
Ouch, that is an expensive lesson in vocabulary. Okay, so you've got your $9 water. Now comes the food.
This was the disaster zone. I looked at the menu. I saw steak frites. I love steak. So when he came back, I was ready. He said, "Ready to order?" And I said, "Yes, I take the steak."
Okay, "I'll take the steak" is much better than "I become." But then he started asking the follow-up questions, right? The ones they don't write on the menu.
Yes. He asked, "How would you like that done?" And I thought, What do you mean? I want it cooked, in a pan, with heat.
He was asking about the doneness, rare, medium, or well done.
I didn't know the words. I just said medium-ish. And then he asked, soup or salad? And I said, yes.
You said yes to soup or salad?
It was a choice. I didn't realize it was a choice. I thought he was telling me I get both. He looked at me again, sighed and said, which one, sir? I chose salad. Then he asked, dressing on the side? And I said, no, on the salad, please.
See, that's a pro tip. Most Americans ask for dressing on the side, so they can control how much goes on. If you don't say that, they sometimes drown the lettuce until it's swimming.
It was swimming. It was a swamp of ranch dressing. But before we get to the potato mountain, I think you have something to say to our listeners, right?
I do. Hey guys, real quick. If you're enjoying Ben's potato disaster and want to make sure you never become a water yourself, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We love having you here in the Loft. And here is a question for our community. What is the most confusing thing you've ever seen on a menu while traveling? Or have you ever had a Ben moment where you accidentally ordered way too much of one thing? Let us know in the comments. Oh, and here's the secret. Use the code word medium rare in your comment. That way, Ben and I will know exactly who has been paying close attention to our restaurant survival guide.
Yes, please share your stories. I need to know I'm not the only one who struggles with the speed of a New York waiter.
Trust me, Ben, you aren't. All right, let's take a quick breather. When we come back, we'll talk about the side dish trap and how Ben ended up with enough potatoes to start a farm.
So, the waiter returns. He's carrying a tray that looks like it belongs to a family of 5. He places the steak in front of me and then the potatoes start arriving. 1 bowl, 2 bowls, 3 bowls.
3 bowls of mashed potatoes. Ben, you were literally building a mountain range on your table.
It was embarrassing. People were staring. I think the couple next to me thought I was doing some kind of man versus food challenge. I looked at the waiter and said, "This is many potatoes." And he just said, "You ordered them, pal," and walked away.
You ordered them, pal. The ultimate New York response. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary here. In the US, we use the word sides or side dishes. These are separate from your entree, which is your main course.
Wait, entree? That sounds French. In Europe, an entree is the starter, the first thing you eat.
I know, it's confusing. In America, the entree is the main course. If you want the small thing at the beginning, you look for appetizers or starters.
That explains why I was so full. I thought I was ordering a few small entrees, and they turned out to be giant plates of meat.
Exactly. And most entrees come with 1 or 2 sides included. If you keep naming things, the waiter will just keep adding them to the bill as extra sides.
Okay, Ava, let's do a quick recap of the survival phrases for my next dinner. No more sausages, no more butter, and definitely no potato mountains.
You got it. Let's look at the list. Ordering. Use "I'll have the" or "Can I get the?" Never say "I become." Water. Tap is free and normal. Still or sparkling usually comes in a bottle you have to pay for. Steak. Remember the levels of doneness: rare, medium, or well done. The salad. If you don't want it swimming in sauce, ask for the dressing on the side. The bill. You can ask for the check, the bill, or the tab.
And the interference we talked about in episode 2.
It's the same thing. Just like "Das ist mir Wurst" turned into a boardroom disaster in episode 2, trying to say "Ich bekomme" in a restaurant turns into "I am becoming a water." Stress makes your brain go back to those German patterns. You have to fight the urge to translate literally.
It's a constant battle, Ava. But everything is sorted now. I have the vocabulary. I have the confidence.
Everything is sorted. Look at you using your British English from the London trip.
One last thing. After the potato mountain, I couldn't finish everything. I wanted to take it home. I asked, can I have a bag for my leftovers?
That's perfect. We usually ask for a to-go box or a doggy bag, even though, let's be honest, no one actually gives that food to their dog.
I ate those potatoes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 days.
The potato era of Ben's life. And when you paid, did you remember the tip?
I did. 20%. It felt like a lot, but the service was fast.
20% is the sweet spot in NYC. It's the standard for good service. If you tip 10%, the waiter will think they did something wrong, or that you're just really mean.
I didn't want to be the sausage man and the cheap man.
Well, Ben, I think you've officially survived your first major New York dining disaster. You've learned about doneness, sides, tap water, and the mystery of the entree.
I feel much better. Next time, I'm going to order like a king. A king who only eats one portion of potatoes.
That's progress. Thanks for hanging out with us in the loft today, everyone. We hope Ben's mistakes help you navigate your next dinner out without any interference from your first language.
Don't forget to check the comments and leave your stories with the code word medium rare. I really want to know if I'm the only one who has become a water.
You definitely aren't. We'll see you in the next episode for more stories, more mistakes, and more English.
Stay hungry for learning.
And stay away from the 3 potato order. Bye-bye!
Tschüss, peace out.